Well, good morning and welcome. For those of you who don't know me, I'm Brian Lusk. I am the proud principal of Maceo Smith New Tech High School. And I want to thank you this morning for joining us for this celebration, this dedication, as we acknowledge A. Maceo Smith to the New Tech family. The New Tech Network is a network that is currently 86 schools large and growing. But specifically in Dallas ISD, this is a brand new venture and really a monumental time to change the face of education. And beyond that, there are 10 New Tech schools in the state of Texas. So we are leading the way in innovation. I'd like to take a moment as we get started to acknowledge some folks, some very important people. And so I'd like to start with our board president, District 5 Representative Dr. Lou Blackburn. Representing District 9, Trustee, Ms. Bernadette Nuttall. Mr. Mike Morath, Trustee as well. Great to have you. Ms. Vicki Mitchell, Executive Director of Special Programs and Magnets. And we'd also like to acknowledge some other very important folks who are with us today, and I would start with the State Board of Education Trustee, Ms. Mavis Knight. Our Dallas ISD Interim Division Executive for School Operations, Ms. Sherry Christian. Mr. Gregory Carter, representing Representative Mallory Caraway, is with us today as well. And last but of course not least, one of our business partners, Mr. Terry Steele, manager representing IBM. I'd like to take a moment also really to thank our parents, because we know as educators, as supporters of education, we know without the parents, the success we have will be limited. So for the parents in here, I thank you for your work, your support, and we appreciate you trusting your children with us today at this school at Maceo Smith New Tech High School. So let's acknowledge them for a moment. Today's dedication really symbolizes a shift in the vision of education and embracing project-based learning at this campus. Our district, Dallas ISD, has really made an awesome commitment to preparing students for the business world and, more importantly, global society. The students among us today, sitting behind our very important guests, will be the leaders of tomorrow, and we know they'll be doctors, scientists, lawyers, educators, entrepreneurs, because we at this school are committed to ensuring academic success and that they go to college and do what they choose to do beyond these doors. So I'd like to say, students, personally, I'm grateful that you're here, we're glad that you're here, and we are committed to ensuring your success, and we are very appreciative that you've chosen to be part of the inaugural class of 2015 for Dallas ISD's and Maceo Smith New Tech High School. At this point, I'd like us to stand for the presentation of the colors, and they will be led by John Ramirez, William Monterosa, Jennifer Rojas, and Jesus Norris. Thank you. You may be seated. I'd like to take this moment just briefly to also thank our student greeters. It is great to have articulate, friendly faces to acknowledge our guests, so thank you for our greeters. But as we move on to the program, I want to take a moment and just speak to our very important guests today. And these next two speakers who will come before you reflect their commitment to students through the decisions they make and through the actions they take each and every day. Their work really affects many, many families and thousands of students. Dr. Blackburn, who is certainly no stranger to this community, has devoted his professional career to not only improving education, but serving as an educator as well. And I hope he doesn't get into my story anytime soon about the education he provided me. But he is committed to serving our students in this community and serving on the board, and has done so for quite some time. Matter of fact, he has served on a board from 2001 until present, and he, of course, is the board president, and we are grateful for his support. He will be followed by Miss Vicki Mitchell, who's currently the executive director of Special Programs and Magnets. And she also has moved up through the ranks, and she is a teacher, is a principal, is an area superintendent, and currently, obviously, is an executive director. And so both their leadership we are very grateful for, and we know it makes a great impact on the kids and the lives that are touched every day. So we'd like to thank both these individuals for their vision, their leadership, and I'd like to ask Dr. Blackburn, please come forward and share some remarks with us today.
Good morning. Albert, I will tell you that I'm very nervous this morning. Albert called me to task this morning and said, don't forget me. And Albert says he's sitting next to the chairman of the nuclear reactor for this school. I understand we have such new technology that we generate our own energy. Is that right, Albert? Okay, and our president, Mr. Jazz, says that he is in charge of everything. So, Jazz, I'm going to follow your lead as far as being the president. So, Mike and Burnett, if I start changing my ways, it's because Jazz has taught me how to be the president. We have a lot of great teachers around here. I understand that one of our teachers is a master teacher. I'm not sure what a master teacher is or looks like. Who's the master teacher? She's not here? Oh, we have two master teachers. Stand up, master teachers. I need to recognize you. Thank you. Now I see why that young man is so smart sitting next to you. He's just, just an environment. That's real good. But I want to thank Brian Lusk, and as he has already alluded to, he was one of my former students when he was trying to work on his master's degree to become a principal. Brian tells me that I gave him a good grade. I didn't give too many of them, but I think he's smart enough to have earned an A in that class. And if I didn't give him an A then, I'm going to change it and give him an A right now because he has done a great job at this school. Brian, I appreciate your leadership. We want to also say good morning to all of our students and our staff and our community members that are here today. We want to thank you for joining us in this celebration. As president of Dallas Independent School District Board of Trustees, it is always my pleasure to bring greetings on behalf of the board. We do this today in honor of the legacy of Antonio Maceo Smith and the future of the New Tech High School. We've already recognized our board members that are here today, Burnett Nuttall representing District 9 and Mike Morath representing District 2. Appreciate you being here out of your elements, out of your territories, but always welcome to District 5, okay? New Tech High is all about the future, all about the technology that promises to continue to transform our lives. As we welcome this new journey through the new world of technology, it is important to remember from whence we have come. Today we pause to give honor to men like A. Maceo Smith, who dreamed big dreams and worked to make life better for everyone, starting especially with the African Americans. We owe a debt of gratitude to Mr. Smith, a visionary who looked into the future and saw opportunities that did not exist. He worked hard making those visions a reality. As we face an uncertain future, I believe we need more visionaries. Albert, as a nation, we are dealing with a lagging economy, and there are many global challenges, the wars, the famine, and global warming. And Jazz, I hope that you're dreaming and you're creating solutions. Because you see, more than just dreaming, I hope you will use your time here at New Tech High wisely, looking for ways to address problems, not just here in Dallas, not just in the United States, but across and around the world. If you prepare yourselves today, students, and use your time wisely, this school will help you prepare you for college and the world of our future. Believe it or not, the world is waiting for someone just like you to build a better nuclear reactor. Whenever opportunities knock, I challenge you students to be ready to live up to your visions as well as those of a giant like A. Maceo Smith. Amongst you, students, I really believe that amongst you right now could be the next Steve Jobs. Go forth, developing new technology for our new world. Thank you now.
Good morning. On behalf of the Interim Superintendent of Schools, Mr. Alan King, I'd like to acknowledge the students, staff, and families that are present today. It is an honor for me to share this important day with all of you. I want to first thank and recognize our Board of Trustees who are present, along with our President of the Board of Trustees, Dr. Lou Blackburn, for his leadership and longtime support for this school and the district as a whole. By approving the 2008 bond program, voters made a commitment to these and other young people across the city of Dallas. The 2008 bond program provided the vision, our students, our future, that students and staff would have the best possible schools and facilities. The bond also had a tremendous impact on this community by creating more jobs through the construction project. We all know that improved facilities will improve neighborhoods. A specialized school such as this provides so much value and global opportunities to all of the students participating here. So today, I congratulate the students in this inaugural year and extend special thanks to IBM for their energy and resources. We hope to see additional partners join in supporting this school. I applaud the principal, Mr. Brian Lusk, and his capable staff for their hard work in getting this school operational for the opening of this school year. The Dallas ISD is committed to providing a quality education to students and a positive work environment for staff. A Maceo Smith New Tech High School will accomplish new times, new talent, new tech. Thank you.
Thank you, Dr. Blackburn. Thank you, Ms. Mitchell. At this time, I'd like to tell you a little bit about the New Tech instructional model. Our instructional model really is a comprehensive reform model that is based on, that is grounded on project-based learning with a one-to-one technology environment. We seek to build a strong culture through the foundation of trust, respect, and responsibility, which our students hear all the time. We continually are echoing those sentiments because we know if we have students who exhibit those characteristics, we're doing the right thing towards getting them ready for college in the future. Speaking of which, we are committed, of course, to preparing them to leave here, prepared to go to college with 21st century skills such as communication, collaboration skills, problem solving, critical thinking, and of course global awareness, because our global society, they need to be aware of our global society, and there are no limits. That being said, you notice we do not have a choir, we don't have a band. Don't be fooled. We have some creative students, and so don't doubt for a moment their talents. And so I'd like to bring forward two very talented people who will entertain us for a moment with some music. So I'd like to call forward Sheila Teague and Brian Cuellar.
There's a fire starting in my heart, reaching a fever pitch, and it's bringing me out the dark. Finally, I can see you crystal clear. Go ahead and sell me out, and I lay your wish bare. See how I leave with every piece of you. Don't underestimate the things that I will do. There's a fire starting in my heart, reaching a fever pitch and it's bringing me out the dark. The scars of your love remind me of us. They keep me thinking that we almost had it all. The scars of your love, they leave me breathless. I can't help feeling we could have had it all. Rolling in the deep, you had my heart inside of your hands, but you played it to the beat. Baby, I have no story to be told, but I've heard one on you. I'm gonna make your head burn. Think of me in the depths of your despair. Making a home down there is my share, won't be shared. The scars of your love remind me of us. They keep me thinking that we almost had it all. The scars of your love, they leave me breathless. I can't help feeling we could have had it all. Rolling in the deep, you had my heart inside of your hands, but you played it to the beat. Throw your soul through every open door. Count your blessings and find what you look for. Turn my sorrow into treasure gold. You'll pay me back in kind of grief, but you just don't. We could have had it all. We could have had it all. Get out, get out, get out. We could have had it all. Rolling in the deep. You had my heart inside of your hands, but you played it to the beat. We could have had it all. Rolling in the deep. You had my heart inside of your hands, but you played it, you played it, you played it to the beat.
Wow, that was fantastic. Thank you, Sheila. Thank you, Brian. Fantastic. Opening a new school is really exciting, as you can imagine. I've been in education for a number of years, more than I like to count. You know, when you're younger, you tell how many years it is, and the older you get, you start to think, I guess I don't want to say that, so I don't even tell my kids anymore. But being in education for quite some time, and being a principal at numerous schools has been a great experience, but nothing like this, nothing of this magnitude. This is the first opportunity I've had to open a brand new school with this kind of opportunity. And of course, I'm very, very grateful. But more importantly, pulling together a team of people who could get at the heart of the work and be committed to do the work we have to do to make these great people, these young people successful, was really, really amazing. And so with that, I'd like to say, Maceo Smith faculty and staff, please stand up and be recognized. I want to say, in particular, thank you for your team spirit, your energy, your hard work. Many of you don't know this, but throughout this past summer, we spent many, many days together, and to the point where you could get sick of each other if you allowed yourself. And these people had great attitudes. We engaged in professional development. We planned projects, and the level of perseverance is really, really appreciated by myself, and I know by our administrative team as well. So thank you so much. But not only was that a new experience, but also probably equally or more important was putting together a cohort of ninth graders. Students who felt like this was the right thing for them, project-based learning with a one-to-one environment with technology. And so we spent a lot of time creating literature with the support of our friends from Central Staff who helped us get this ready today. So thank you, Ms. Porter, Ms. Diger, appreciate your help today. But got literature ready, did some recruiting, took the show on the road, met with many middle school 8th graders throughout the year, and really to bring this great group of students together. And so I appreciate and I want to thank our freshman class. And with that, I'd like to say, graduating class, I should say, of 2015, please stand up. We appreciate you. Thank you. You may be seated. And I'm going to tell you, students, our expectations are simply this. 4 years from now, you walk across the stage, and then in the meantime, you pick where you want to go to college. And if you do what we're asking you to do, you will have the skills to do that, and you will be well prepared. And that's our job, and that's what we'll do for you if you're committed to doing that. I want to bring some really sharp folks in front of us today to tell us about their experience thus far in New Tech. And so I'm going to have, first I'll ask Tierra Prince to speak to us about her experience, and then Mr. Jazz Vega, Student Council President, and then Xephakniah Dansby. So 3 of you, please come forward, and we'd like to hear your thoughts about Maceo Smith New Tech thus far.
Hi everyone, I'm kind of short, so. Wow, you all look so beautiful today. I'm just saying. Good morning everyone, to the staff, to my peers, and for the wonderful guests today. Thank you for coming to Maceo Smith New Tech High School. I will be talking about the reason why I love New Tech and the reason why I chose New Tech. One of the main reasons why I love New Tech is for the wonderful teachers that you see today. And I'm going to tell you why. Each and every day I come here, I see these wonderful faces as I look out. I love them all, and I respect them. They're like family to me. And they also teach me life lessons. One day, when I had a problem, Miss Carter and Mr. Wright took the responsibility as a role model and said to me a life lesson. That life lesson was, you're not supposed to depend on people all the time. And even though they don't take what you have to offer, still love them anyway. And I respect them for that. Another reason why I love New Tech is because of the students. Well, what can I say about the students here? They're wonderful and they're smart, but most of all, they have a lot of character. Whenever I'm down and out and don't feel like smiling, as much as you know, I love to smile. That's all I do. My nickname is Smiley. I love to smile. See? I always find somebody to make me laugh, including the teachers, as Mr. Jackson. He always smile and give me that nice smile, as you all know. He always cracking jokes, and I love that about him. I love all my teachers and their wisdom, just as Mr. Garbers and Mr. Murray. Why I chose New Tech? Let's see. This wasn't my first choice. I'm be real with you. This wasn't my first choice, but I'm glad it was. This school has made me a better person. It also made me a better person to work with people that I thought I could work with. It taught me something. I can actually depend on people instead of looking towards myself for ideas. I can give somebody the hand. I don't always have to be the leader. And I'm so glad for that. Thank you.
Is it hot in here? Good morning, students, faculty, and our special guests. My name is Jazz Vega, and I stand up here to represent my new school at Maceo Smith New Tech High School. So I'm sure y'all are wondering, why did I come here? Well, in middle school, high school to me, I thought it was gonna be, just all fun and games, because that's what my parents told me, is that that's what it was like. But one day my mom sat me down in 8th grade and she told me, I want you to be something better than I am. And I said, what do you mean? She says, I want you to go to college. I want you to make something of yourself. And I thought to myself, and at first I thought, that's lame. I want to go to my home school. But, you know, I'm here today because I want to tell y'all that I'm a leader. I'm not a follower. And when I graduate and I step on these stages and take my diploma, I'm gonna go to college. I could have gone to my home school with my friends, you know, had a lot of fun, but I'm glad I'm here. And everybody here, students and faculty, I don't look at them as just people, I look at them as families. Education has helped me today. I couldn't be up here, what I'm doing now, if it wasn't for my teachers. And so I thank all of them. And I hope that y'all enjoy the school just as much as I do. Thank you.
Good morning, guests, staff, and students of Maceo New Tech High School. The reason why I chose to attend New Tech High School is because of project-based learning opportunity. Project-based learning lets you collaborate with fellow students and work in groups. The teachers take the time out to make fun activities for our whole class. They make stuff that you wouldn't even think of. You do stuff here that you would not do at other schools. Trust me, I know. The teachers believe that our students can succeed, especially my teacher, my art teacher, Mr. Jackson. One day I was in class and I told Mr. Jackson I can't draw for nothing. And Mr. Jackson looked at me dead in the eye and told me that I'm lying to myself and that I can do anything that I put my mind to. That's what you get at New Tech High School. All the teachers believe that you can succeed in almost everything. Whatever you believe in, you can do it. And I believe that because I attended at Maceo New Tech High School, that I will have a brighter future because of how we address ourselves. We have to dress up professional. When we have presentations, we dress up like you all right now on the front row. Yeah, on the front row. I had to point that out. But we have to make sure that we are well dressed when we present, just like an adult. And that's why I love Maceo New Tech. That's all.
As I said, they'll leave here with communication skills, and they do. That's a prime example of what really, the kind of work we're engaging our students in, authentic work that allows them to communicate, articulate, etc. In case you're wondering, and I'm sure we've already heard, but we have kept the name A. Maceo Smith to respect the work that has been done by Mr. Smith, and we've added it to the New Tech name. But it's very important that we recognize the work that he has done. And so if you notice on your program, there is a recognition to Mr. Smith there. He himself was an educator. His interests were diverse, of course, and his leadership was well respected across the city. We hope that he would be proud to see this new creation of the Maceo Smith New Tech High School. If you visited Maceo Smith previously as a comprehensive high school, you will surely tell and be able to see that there have been many, many changes to this campus, and there will be many more to come. And so I'd like to have Mr. George Overby speak to us about the work that has happened and the work that will come in the vision for the bond construction.
Construction Services and the bond office was tasked to take this existing school and to create a new technology, New Tech High School. We couldn't have done that without several of our partners, and I'd like to recognize a few of those today. The architect was Jacobs and Associates, Mr. Brent Klein. Contractor was Phillips May. I'd especially like to acknowledge Kurt Crawford and give him our thanks. A lot of work was done by a program manager. That's Jacobs Engineering Group. That was Roop Chanda. We would also like to recognize and thank our facilities and maintenance partners who keep our buildings in top condition, and that's Mike Brown and Joel Falcon. Maceo Smith New Tech High School is designed for a total enrollment of from 450 to 600 students. 100 to 150 students will be enrolled each year starting this year in 2011. There is a total of 28 classrooms, including the core classrooms, electives, and labs. This project was split into 2 phases. Phase 1, we've completed that, and we completed the classrooms for the grades for 9th grade. Phase 2 of the project is currently under design by the architect, and we'll be asking for construction bids shortly. That will complete, phase 2 will complete all the classrooms for grades 10, 11, and 12. And we're going to make some more improvements to the library. The finishes are chosen to create a technological environment in the campus, including carpeted classrooms, corridors, special lighting, and special furniture. Unique space planning features include informal study alcoves that the students can use, student work centers, and laptop storage banks. Unique core classrooms to accommodate 50 students and 2 teachers for each grade. Classrooms will have technology infrastructure required for such a high-tech campus. And lastly, I'd just like to say this. It's always a pleasure, and I know I speak for all the people on our team, to be able to have a client like Brian Lusk that we've had in this principal. It's very enjoyable. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Overby, and we appreciate the work that you do for our district and our students. And we heard about the vision of the work that will happen. The next person has a great vision, and he's been a supporter of Dallas ISD for quite some time with his organization, IBM. Equally important, really selfishly important, I should say, I've had the opportunity to work with Mr. Terry Steele for quite some time at numerous schools that I've been at, and he is still supporting not only Dallas ISD, but also Maceo Smith New Tech High School. So Mr. Terry Steele, please come on forward.
Well, good morning. Congratulations to all of you. You know, wow. I mean, it really is a great day. You know, you're here with your fellow students. You're here with your parents. You're here with your teachers, your counselors, your principal. All right, you've got the the acting superintendent isn't here, but he would have liked to have been here. But you also have with you our Dr. Blackburn, who's president of the Board of Trustees. And you know, this is really, with them, you're commemorating a great day. It's one of the first days, and in the life and the long history of what you hope you'll have here at Maceo Smith New Tech High School. So, you know, be proud to be part of it. You are part of it. You know, IBM is proud to be a partner as well. A partnership that we hope that will help you, the students here at the high school, achieve your goals. We're committed to everyone in this room to make that happen. Okay, so what else is today? What do you think? It's recruitment day. I'm here recruiting. How about that? All right. I am recruiting. I hope that someday each and every one of you will become an employee at IBM. Would you like to do that? Yeah, we'd like for you to do that. All right, so what is it going to take for that to happen? Well, to answer that question, I think we need to look at the future. And you've been talking about, I know Dr. Blackburn talked about the future a little bit, and you got to think about the future. Why? Because your future begins right now, today. All right? Some of you have already decided what you'd like to do with your life when you grow up. But I bet most of you in this room, you're still saying, I'm not sure what I want to do. And some of you are going, I don't have a clue as what I want to do. But you're bright young people, and I know that you are figuring it out right now. But whatever you do, be smarter about what you do. Be smart. All right, now here's what I mean. Did any of you watch, it was about a year ago, there was a computer called Watson, and he played 2 contestants on Jeopardy, the TV show Jeopardy. Let's see a show of hands. Any of you watch that? Not too many, especially the young kids. There's a TV show, if you ever get a chance, go watch Jeopardy. It's pretty cool. But for those of you that didn't see or hear about this, Watson is a computer, okay? It's a computer created by IBM. It only cost about $1 or $2 billion to create this computer, all right? Pretty cheap, right? All right? But it's a computer that could analyze and answer questions quicker than most humans. All right, Watson participated against 2 of the top winners from Jeopardy's history. Let me tell you, Watson blew them away. All right, they just trounced those contestants. All right, how can this be? How can a computer analyze the questions and come up with an answer quicker than those humans? And by the way, it was usually more accurate than what those humans came up with. Experts say such machines could soon be used in a variety of real-world applications where humans need help answering all sorts of questions. All right, I'm going to give you an example. I'm going to spend just a couple minutes talking about healthcare and the impact a machine like Watson could have on patient care. Now, patient care is where, you go into the doctor's office or hospital room, right? And, it's like, how can this doctor know all this stuff? Well, a computer can help, and I'm going to try to help you understand that. The skill set needed by Watson to answer Jeopardy's questions and the doctors to diagnose sick patients, it's pretty close to the same. Both require a large knowledge base and the ability to understand the patient's questions, to manage time efficiently, and to quickly access possible answers. Watson could have an advantage over most healthcare providers in that it could be programmed to understand language, all different kinds of language, and have a huge repository of medical knowledge, including the most up-to-date research and journal articles at its vital fingertips. Now here's a statistic that I'm going to share with you that just blew me away when I heard it. Do you know that as many as 98,000 people each year die in hospitals as a result of medical errors? 98,000, all right? And they could have been prevented, all right? Although the deaths are coming down, these medical errors are being reduced every year, I really would wonder if a computer like Watson could help reduce them even more. There is a shortage of doctors out there. We all know that. You want to become a doctor? There you go. No, there is a shortage of doctors. Now imagine if there was a Watson in every exam room. So when you went to the doctor's office, he had a computer sitting there, like a Watson, that could help him. The computer could transcribe speech, figure out what the doctor is asking, scan related medical textbooks and journals, integrate data from the patient's lab test and family history, and offer the most likely diagnosis. Watson's role here really is sitting between the physician and the patient. And he's sitting there, and he's going to come up with the answer. The computer is, most of the time, the right answer, but we got to remember that we have a human expert there. It's not all going to be the computer. We have this doctor that's the expert. But a computer could really help. So why am I going on and on about Watson? Well, here's why. Students, the world is becoming smaller, flatter, and smarter. We're moving into an age of a globally integrated and intelligent economy, society, and planet. Now, achieving its potential and extending its benefits to everyone will take more than a technology or enhanced productivity or higher profit margins. It will require innovation that runs deeper, and everyone needs to be involved in creating the future for everyone. This amounts to a new model of global citizenship, the sort of new model that a team of young, innovative, and passionate people like yourself can make happen. We need a smarter planet, and you are the drivers, you're the creators, you're the ones that can make it happen. You see why I say to you, your future begins right now, today. These are all the challenges IBM employees and millions of others are working on right now around the world. So why don't you join them, and instead of getting smart, and participating in the future. Better yet, why don't you invent the future? Why don't you invent the future? You know, to me, it's the only smart thing to do. So, where do you start? Well, you're already started. You're here at New Tech High, all right? You're at this school. But there's more that you can do, all right? I challenge you. I got 4 things I wrote down that I want to challenge you with. The first, okay, is to make sure you stay in school and finish high school. And I got to believe, after what I've heard today and what I've seen, that that's not a problem for any of you here at New Tech High. All right, but the second is not only to go to college, but to graduate. Some college is great, but a degree is much better. Without a college degree, the really good and high-paying jobs will be difficult to come by. Third, if I was you, I'd focus on math and science, which is, I don't think, a problem for any of you here at this school, but math and science. Why? Well, do you know that over 80% of the jobs of this century, this 21st century, will require skills in technology centered around math and science? You'll need a great background in that area. And the last, and probably the most important, you must get good grades, but kids, C's are not going to cut it. You need A's and B's. You need to be in the top 10 or 20% of your class. Why? Well, when a company like IBM or any other company is recruiting off the college campus, who are they going to look for? They want the best of the best. They want those A and B students. So I really think that you all, your future is now. It begins right now today. For some of you, it's already begun, but every day, your future starts now. And you kids, I know you're up to the task. Congratulations to each and every one of you. I hope you'll go to work for IBM, all right, when you get out of college, but I hope you'll do something that really, really excites your mind in the future. Congratulations.
Before we proceed in our program, I'd like to acknowledge a special guest who's arrived, District 6 Trustee, Ms. Carla Ranger. Please be recognized. We have a pretty full board here. I'm grateful for that. Thank you all for coming. At this point, we talk a lot about collaboration, teamwork, and the importance of our students being successful. And we know teamwork really is the key. And we try to engage our kids in teamwork daily in the work they do in the classrooms. And so when I think about that, I think about this next part of our program, which is our pledge. So I'd like to ask Ms. Vicki Mitchell to come forward and Mr. Terry Steele to kind of, if you'll turn to your program, there is a pledge in the program that they are going to lead us in a pledge to really pledge our commitment for the great things that will happen in this school.
We embrace the future and the opportunities for collaboration each day brings for the students, staff, and partners of A. Maceo Smith New Tech High School.
As staff, parents, community, and partners, we pledge to support the students of A. Maceo Smith New Tech High School today and in the days ahead. Students? Working together, we believe we will accomplish the New Tech motto: new times, new talent, new tech.
I want to thank our very special guests, our presenters, our students who really are the reason why we are all here for their part today. And so this concludes our program. And for our guests, we'd like to invite you to stay for a reception in the cafeteria right across the hall. And for our students, we want to thank you for choosing to be part of this class of 2015. Thank you.